Welcome to the Two Ton Nerds. As always, my name is Max James. It is October 5th, 2014. It's day 5 of the 31 Days of Fright horror movie project, year 3. I don't have a specific movie I will be watching today because I wanted to talk about something. I'm going to be revisiting a series that I really do love. I watch it every single Halloween, or at least in the month of October, because it's fun to watch. And that's what I really want to talk about in this video, is because horror movies are missing that fun factor, and as well as a bunch of other things. But I just want to talk about how fun the Evil Dead series is, because look, Evil Dead, I actually double dip on all the movies. I update my copies because it's either new special features or they're update some special effects problems, unlike the Star Wars. But these are more more aesthetically pleasing things, like if you ever seen the Evil Dead movies, there is a big box around the moon, and they fixed that. Or in Evil Dead 2, where there's this eyeball kind of going flying across the room. You can see the little rod the eyeball was attached to. They digitally take that out. But it's stuff like, it's so minuscule things that you don't even notice. I know it's like kind of like saying the Ewoks can blink, or they fix the Wampa's arm, where you can see a little bit of the blue underneath in the Star Wars in Empire. But it's like that kind of stuff. But you probably wouldn't even notice like that kind of stuff. But I do. And I'm sure other horror Evil Dead fans do as well. But I just want to say, these movies are fun. I watch them every October. But I just want to talk about the series as a whole. I'm revisiting them because I'm having some technical difficulties with Netflix, so I had to kind of revisit, and I thought it'd be a pretty good time to revisit a movie. So I'm just going to talk about my favorite moments from the Evil Dead movies and quotes and stuff like that. So I'm going to start with all of them all at once, because they're all great. Each of them can stand alone, and they work even better as a whole series, because you got great moments from each movie. You got great quotes from each movie. You got great gore moments from each movie. Take the pencil and the ankle scene from the first one, or what's it called? I'm trying to think. Where the house kind of fights back Bruce Campbell in the second one, where it's just black and red and blue or whatever fluids coming from the cracks in the wall. And then in Army of Darkness, you got this is my boomstick, and good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. Then, as well as Bruce Campbell fighting Bruce Campbell, mini Bruce's, and as well as Evil Ash. So it's just like, that's some iconic scenes in just 3 movies, and some movies can't even do that. Some movies are very forgettable. Horror movies are very forgettable, let alone have 3 iconic movies. And even the Evil Dead reboot has some very cool moments in this movie. The only moment I hate in the new Evil Dead movie is, I just figured it out last night when I was watching it, was the scene where the brother sacrifices himself. It could have been so different, but they're just basically setting up for the girl to be the lone survivor, which I don't mind. But that was the only problem I had with it. It was like he could have just shot him and walked out the door. But then burnt the cabin down later. But instead, he's like, whatever. That's the only problem I had with that movie. But the others are perfect in my mind. But each of these movies have something in common. They're all fun to watch. Excuse me. But you got great makeup effects in each of them. Then, like, there's... Hold on, I'll show you the back of the box of this one, where Bruce Campbell is being choked by his own hand. This one has they all have great stop motion moments in there, like the tree raping scene, and even in the ending where all the deadites are starting to melt away. There's some good scenes, and then I think then Evil Dead 2, the spirits kind of take over a tree, and the tree attacks the cabin. That's pretty cool. Then you got the skeleton battle and Army of Darkness. So all of them have these awesome stuff, and they're all fun. They may be cheesy, they may look terrible, but they are fun. And that's what horror movies are missing. I know I'm saying this 100,000 times, and I'll keep saying it 100,000 times. Horror movies is missing that fun factor. I know some people will agree and say, like, hey, there is some fun in the newer horror movies, and I have fun watching these movies. But that kind of fun isn't, I mean, you may get enjoyment out of watching them, but these movies are just fun to watch. If that makes sense. Just because these were made by people who love making movies instead of making movies. I know you're on like the 18,000 paranormal movie or whatever. There was 7 Saw movies. The first one was awesome. I got to see that in theaters too. I mean, that was a fun movie too to watch. I forgot about Saw until just now. And then you get Trick or Treat, which is an anthology movie, and so that's why I tend to watch older horror movies, because they're fun. They were made during a time where just things were different, and that's where CGI was not part of the repertoire, and if you did have it, you were an expensive movie. That's why I like visually stunning makeup or just good acting in horror movies. So I don't know what I'm going to go from here, so I'm just going to just end it there. Why I'm just going to say that horror movies are missing it with the fun factor in my mind. That's why I always watch Evil Dead every year, because it reminds me that there is good horror movies. So, and I watch Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead as well. And I watch, and also I do have to say I will actually do this next Sunday as well, because that's when this video will come out. So every Sunday I'll be doing these editorial things instead of watching a movie, because I like talking about the horror genre instead of a horror movie. So I'm actually going to do another series next week, next Sunday, when another set of 3 movies I like to talk about. So that's really all I gotta say. My name is Max James, and I'm going to go geek out.